hitchhiking. Some Australian states discourage it. In many countries it's banned by law. But thousands of young Australians have discovered New Zealand, where they take to the road with a freedom unmatched by just about anywhere else in the world.
Once upon a time, sticking your thumb out and hitching a ride was commonplace in Aotearoa. And not just for Aussie invaders, it was a rite of passage for young Kiwis too. Like Libby George from the Coromandel, who at just 18 years old hitched around New Zealand and Australia.
I hitchhiked all over New Zealand. It was kind of exciting and it was brave, and people had a different mindset in the 70s in New Zealand. We were inquisitive. We loved to meet strangers, or we loved to meet travellers. It was a way to travel around with no money, and that was almost acceptable.
There were so many hitchhikers like Libby in the 70s, the police were overwhelmed.
Hitchhikers, in my view, and this is a departmental view as well, are bad news. I travelled from here, from the police station, a matter of 10 miles out towards the Arrow Junction, and counted 136 parties of hitchhikers.
Fast forward to 2023, and the official word is hitchhiking is legal in New Zealand, apart from on the country's motorways, where you'll face an infringement fee of $250. And police strongly advise you not to travel alone. Tourism operators go a step further, saying they strongly advise travellers against hitchhiking in New Zealand. But international hitchhiking forums like hitchwiki.org seem to love us and recommend the activity, saying New Zealand is an extremely easy country for hitchhiking. The sad fact is hitchhiking can be dangerous. 8 people have been murdered while doing it in the last half-century. That's something that makes veteran hitchhikers think twice nowadays.
As a 63-year-old, I'm really hesitant to say how fun it was, because I would hate to encourage anyone young to do it, because it's like playing Russian roulette. I sometimes think I must have had angels with me, because I actually had myself in a couple of dangerous spots. So it's not the kind of thing I would recommend for people to do nowadays. You only have to turn on the news or even watch the project to find out that life isn't what it was like in the 1970s.
But despite safety concerns, there are some young Kiwis embracing hitching.
My experience hitchhiking started out 2 years ago. I hiked Te Aroa, which is New Zealand's trail from Cape Reinga to Bluff, and I did Cape Reinga to Wellington of the trail. So I'd always been sort of excited to try it, also been warned not to. But yeah, I think once I did, I'd actually had really positive experiences. Hitchhiking is becoming more and more uncommon, and I think New Zealand's one of the last countries in the world where it is still acceptable, and I think just get out there and give it a go. You don't know who you're going to meet, and I think it's just a really cool way to get around, and you know, I'd love to see it sort of kept alive into the future.
But to keep it alive, it means people will have to pull over. Would you?
I'm sorry, Kyle, but I would not pick up a hitchhiker, because I'm very selfish about my space in the car being my own, and it's a space I enjoy. Even the kids have to run behind when I take them. It's my space.
We are actually going to put that question to a few other New Zealanders and find out if they're in Corby's team, not picking up hitchhikers and their own hitchhiking experiences. That's coming up later on.